Hi guys, it's your girl Melissa at Miyamo Mental Health, dropping gems about all different types of mental health topics. Now, if you're interested in anything, any topic you want me to cover, please leave a comment, please subscribe, please share, please be interactive, and let's all heal together during this healing journey. Have a great day. Hey guys, it's your girl Melissa. So today I want to discuss Maslow hierarchy of needs. So the importance of Maslow hierarchy of needs and why is it important and what did you learn? So this in college was one of the first things I learned was Maslow hierarchy of needs. So Maslow believed that if anything in the pyramid is out of whack, that the individual will be mentally impacted. So the first need that we have as humans, and yes, as human beings, we have needs. Same reason why we have to eat, right? We have to eat, we have to work out, because if these things are not being met, then we would actually get sick. Or if we're overeating our body, we would get overweight. If we're undereating our body, then we would also get sick. Our needs are not being met, and we cannot perform at our maximum potential. So this is why it's important that we understand what are the Maslow hierarchy of needs. So, physiological, safety needs, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. So, what does physiological needs mean? Air. We need oxygen. Without our oxygen, we will not be breathing. So, we definitely need air. We need water because our body is composed anywhere between 70 to 75% of water. So is the world. So, definitely, we need water. And on top of that, sleep, clothing, and reproduction. What does sleep mean? Well, if you're not in a facility, a home that you feel safe in, and that you have like running water, electricity, things of that nature, and clothing on your back, then you're not feeling safe in your environment. Then you cannot focus. So that shelter is very important in order for the individual to really go at his maximum potential and to really get to the next level. Safety needs. Now, if you don't feel safe, how important it is to feel safe? Now, your safety is compromised for any other reason, and you don't feel safe in your own home, you don't feel safe in your environment, you don't even feel safe in school, or you don't feel safe in the work setting, you are not going to thrive to the maximum level because your safety is compromised, and then it's going to put you in survival mode. And then we talk about love and belong. Love and belong, I see a lot of people suffer with this. A lot of people don't feel that they was loved, that their attention was there, that their affection was there. So a lot of people don't feel like they belong. In society, we must feel like we belong. If at any moment that we feel like somehow that we're weird or something is out of whack or we don't belong, then we start to self-sabotage within ourselves and start to have shame and guilt. All of these feelings of anxiety may tend to stir up in us because we don't feel like that we're loved or even that we're lovable. Then we have esteem. This is when your strength comes into play, your respect, your freedom. This is when you're like at one of your maximum potentials and you're like, you feel good about your stuff. You know who you are, you know what you stand for, you know who you are as a person. Don't mind the fly. I'm in the house. So you start to understand who you are as an individual. So this is when your character comes into play. But if you don't have your safety needs met, you don't have your physiological needs met, and you don't feel love, you're never going to get past it to the esteem level. Your esteem is never being built because your esteem was compromised at one of these levels. Self-actualization, this is the top one, right? This is when you want to go on to your maximum potential. This is when you're like, I can do better. I'm going to be great. And you really get into that next level. This is when you know who you are. However, before you can know who you are, your needs must be met. Now, this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is why he said it was imperative, because if our needs were compromised at any moment, then we can't get to the next level. We can't get to self-esteem if we don't feel safe. We can't get to self-esteem if we don't have no sense of love or belonging. We can't get to self-esteem if we don't have clothing on our back, food, shelter, and things of that nature. It's steps. And a lot of people were compromised in different areas of the Maslow hierarchy of needs, and we see them play out today. This is why people have depression. This is why people have anxiety. This is why people will sometimes experience trauma, because certain needs were not met. And yes, as human beings, we have needs. We all want to feel a sense of belonging. We all want to feel love. We all need to make certain that we're being fed. We all got to drink water. We got to make sure that we're clothed. We got to make sure that we feel protected. Because if we're in an environment that we feel safe, then all of a sudden our senses are heightened. And then we may go into a panic attack or anxiety attack because we do not feel grounded. So this is why it's important to feel safe at all times as well, within our bodies and within the environment that we're about to be placed in. So with that being said, these are the Maslow hierarchy of needs, and this is why it's important. Because as human beings, we do have needs. Just like we understand we have a need for food, we understand we have a need for water, we understand we have a need for exercise. It's no different. We also have other needs, social needs, love needs, belonging needs, interaction needs. This is all going to build your character. So not only is it a physical need, it's also an emotional need that we have. And unfortunately, a lot of our emotional needs was compromised. And we all want to see connection. At the end of the day, we are human beings. We are built to connect with one another, to grow with one another, to have understanding of one another, and to really grow as community. However, as time continues to evolve, we understand that a lot of people are removing themselves from community and becoming individuals. Well, becoming an individual is great. However, you still need a community because you never know when you may need to run, or you just need some guidance or anything, but build memories with. As simple as building memories with. You want to have a community. So this is why it's imperative that we understand the Maslow hierarchy of needs and what does it mean to an individual and where their needs were locked at. So make certain that if you have any further questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment. Do not hesitate to, even leave a, you can even email me, DM me. So make this interactive if you have any question of Maslow hierarchy of needs. And then we'll give examples, because I think examples are so important. So let's say, for example, right, a child is growing up and a child didn't have a safe environment. Let's say the child was removed from the mother due to substance abuse. The mother was a substance abuser. The child was moved. All of a sudden, when that child is being removed from their mother's home, that child is going to experience a different level of trauma because it literally was revoked. And maybe they wasn't safe in their environment because of the mother's substance abuse. This is just an example. And then they go into another system, a foster system, that they have no idea, that they don't know nobody. That's really scary. So the child's already compromised. So that child, when they're developing and they go into adulthood, they may have a sense of never feeling love, belong, or safe. And this is why it's imperative, because those individuals who were impacted by the foster system will grow up to have some type of sense of belonging compromise. And it's not like due to their fault, it's just how it is as human beings. We all will, if any of us was impacted. But having education, having a good clinician, and working through the emotions and what was done to you is important. Even into adulthood, we can have that too. But I like to give examples so you can really understand what's happening. And then soon I'll do visuals, because the visuals, I love visuals, because it really gives an insight into what's going on. If you can really see the dynamics and how it's impacted, especially with children. When children are so young and literally they don't really have a voice. What are they going to say? They don't even understand what's happening. Things are just happening to them, and they really don't have that level of understanding, and no one is really talking to them or communicating to them what is going on. So this is why it's imperative for Maslow hierarchy of needs, and we need to have those things in store in us since the day we're born. Just remember, a newborn baby cannot survive if it's not held. This is data. You can look this up. If that baby was never being held and they just basically let that baby over there and never really attended to the care it needs, that baby would die. So subscribe, send it to somebody, and let's be interactive. And if you have another topic you want me to discuss, do not hesitate. Bye.